Hi friends. Okay, so it has just occurred to me that my account has grown significantly over the past few months. So I have a lot of followers who haven't been here from the beginning, who don't know who I am. And so when they come across my videos or when I respond to one of their videos, they don't have any idea where my advice is coming from or where my comment is coming from. And I understand that text is missing emotion, and so therefore it is sometimes hard to interpret what somebody's saying. Well, not what, but how they're saying it. And you guys know I always say intent matters. So I'm gonna give like as quick as I can, like introduction to me and where that comes from. Okay, first and foremost, every bit of it comes from a place of love, for sure. There is nothing but I want to help you. I want to help you not create the same mistakes that I did, because I'm the first one to admit I made all kinds of mistakes. I have a 20-year-old who has taught me so much about how my actions affect other people. Okay, so a little bit about my background. I have a narcissistic mother who was a Looney Tune. She passed away a few years ago, and I am weird and feel like we reconciled our relationship the moment that she passed away, because she knew she had to pay for all of the things and all of the hell that she put me through, and I know what that was, and so I now think she comes and visits me as a cardinal in my backyard. I am a wife and a mother. I have 6 children. They range from 20 years old to 14 years old. 4 of them are not biologically mine or my husband's, but we have been raising them for the past 9 years. Their biological parents are not involved. We tried for several years to keep them involved. They did not want to be involved, not until the older ones started making their own money. And then, of course, they wanted to start coming around anyway. My younger 2 do not have any contact with them, and they will not have any contact with them. And that is their choice. They made that choice. I tried to fight it. I tried to force it. It caused more problems. So, per their therapist, we don't push it. If they wanted to, they would have. And at this point, June 1st, 2017 is the last time she saw them. Either one of them saw. Well, one of them has never seen them. The other one, it's been since June 1st, 2017. Anyway, I just jumped around a lot. I've been married 3 times. My biological father I met when I was 17 because I could not live with my narcissistic mother any longer. And he basically sold me for stuff. And I ended up marrying a 25-year-old rug dealer that I was able to get annulled, but not before he kidnapped me and held me at Pew Pew Point for 7 hours, 6 hours. Yeah. And then I joined the Air Force, and as soon as 3 days after I turned 18, trying to get away from him, and went on my first deployment to Saudi Arabia in May of 2001, as soon as I could. And that is where I met my children's father, who proceeded to make my life hell up until I decided that he no longer had control, which was just a few years ago, unfortunately. Which is why I have the advice that I have, because when I married him, he already had a child. I was a young stepmom with no children, and I made a lot of bad, stupid choices that I didn't know were bad and stupid at the time. I didn't know how stupid I was being by filing his court paperwork and going to court for him, calling his attorney, paying for his attorneys. I didn't realize that me emailing his ex-wife to set up custody visitation was wrong. I didn't realize that me doing the full driving from Whiteman Air Force Base to Topeka, Kansas, or Mayetta, Kansas, was bad. I didn't know that. I didn't know that that was stupid. That it was his responsibility. That he wanted to go golfing, and I mean, I wanted to see the baby. I made a promise that these siblings would know each other. So I made that trip with like an infant, like a 1-month-old. I made that trip. I remember it like it was yesterday, because I was terrified, because I was 21 years old and stupid, driving on the friggin' turnpike. Terrified, because my baby was in the backseat, and I was a first-time mom, and I'm married to a narcissist who just keeps telling me how shitty of a mother I am. I'm doing everything wrong, from how I rock her, to how I swaddle her, to how I change her diaper, to how I put her onesie on, to how I bathe her. I mean, I couldn't do anything right. Like, baby mama number 1 was shocked that he helped give baths, because he wouldn't allow her, or he wouldn't like assist her in help with her child. And I can see where that would be a freaking problem, but it really upset her. But I wasn't getting help. I was getting, you're doing this wrong. This is how you do it. Like, are you stupid? Do you not have any motherly instincts? You're going to be just like your freaking mother. I learned a lot, and it took me a long time to get over that. And then I finally divorced him. It took 6 years to really freaking work on myself. Met an amazing man, and we got married, and this is where we are. We retired, moved to South Alabama, and now he's a local cop, and I'm a disabled veteran, and I have been the stepmom, and I have been the mom. My ex-husband has been married 4 or 5 freaking times. He has made my life hell. When I tell you I've been to court over petty, I mean I've been to court because he told my kids I was faking having cancer. I mean, I've been to court every single spring break, every single Mother's Day, every single summer. We have 50-50 custody, like 50-50 custody, but he tells everyone that I just abandoned them. Yeah, like, I know monstrous. I went through it. I know how terrible it can be. But when I tell you it's not worth the trauma that it causes your babies, that comes from a place of I also have a 20-year-old baby who was alienated from me and then realized on their own what was what and who was who.